Hello, this is the third installment in my attempt at doing a vlog, or vlog, or however you wish to pronounce it. Right, so this was a bit more of an elaborate setup this time. I have a tripod giving me both hands free to do stuff with, but that means it's going to be a steady shot, so I can't just walk around the room pointing at things. I'm experimenting with the format, and I'm aware this is a bit shoddy and the lighting is bad still, but we're working on that. But I don't want anything too elaborate. What I want is something I can do quickly and show you stuff without too much effort on my part, so I can put the effort into doing my miniatures. Right, that's enough for ramble. Let's look at what I've got sat near the camera at the moment to show you. This is the Reaper Black Bones, I think they've called the material. It's the new kind of bones owlbear. I've got one. I've done a bit of green stuff work to fill the gaps. I'm not sure how clear that's going to be on the camera. It might be reasonably clear. And yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of reminds me of the Resic material that Mantic were using for a while. It's about the same kind of colour. It feels about the same weight. I don't know if it's the same stuff. It cleans up a lot easier, actually, so it's probably not the same stuff. This is the base it came with. I will not be using that base, because I need a base that will fit perfectly down my corridors, and on this the owlbear will not. So I'll be using a different one. Still got no depth perception through this camera, so this video is still a little clumsy. I must mention that every time. Okay, so yeah, that's the owlbear. I might get around to undercoating that today. We'll see what happens. It should be a fairly quick one to paint, actually, so you might see this finished soon, but I make no promises. Oh, background. Now, so used as a really primitive background here are the rocks I showed you, I think it was in the last video. These are Playmobil pieces, which I've attacked with a knife, added a little texture to, and painted. They're not cut foam, they look like cut foam, they look like very nice cut foam, but they're plastic, so they're a million times more durable. There is the inside, so you can see what they're really like inside. And yeah, these are going to make very nice, durable bits of terrain. Just going to put that back over there like that. Right, what else have we got? Talking to rocks, got this. Now, this, few people seem to have got hold of one in the course of miniature collecting. As far as I can tell, it is the kind of display base thing of some kind of Lord of the Rings toy, evidenced by this function here, which I've not disabled. Clearly it had a little Gollum figure on there at some point, but it doesn't now. I've had a few alterations I've done to mine. I've removed the original tree there because I hated it, and put some woodland scene it was on with. I blended in with milliput, and I have repainted it. This is, I don't know how useful it's going to be, but it looks nice. Yep, and if nothing else, I can amuse my players by having a rock that says good Smeagol and nice Hobbit. Right, that's that. Right, just on the 4-minute mark. I'm going to run over the 5 on this because I've been waffling. Right, what I'm hoping to paint today. This has already been browned. I might talk about the browning technique at some point. It is the basis for a lot of my painting, in a quite literal way. This is a Cyclops I have converted from a Lord of the Rings Mordor/Isengard troll, with a lot of spare bits and some green stuff to make its head into a Cyclops-like head, and it's based on the appearance of the Cyclopses in Dragon's Dogma, which is a very good computer game. If you haven't played it, please check it out. Please play it, because you have missed a lot. This is the base from it. Paint the base separately. Base is already painted, in fact. But hoping to finish the final figure today. Maybe I will show you pictures of it finished soon. Right, what else we got? We have got a hay cart that I made entirely from scratch. So most of this is coffee stirrers, and that's a bit of dowel there for the axle. These were, I can't remember if these were like chopsticks or something that were cut down. The wheels, I'm going to attempt to remove one now because they do come. Actually, I'm going to take the hay out the back first and talk about that. My voice is a bit off because I've been ill recently, so I sound slightly croaky. So this is the hay from the back. I've made it removable. This is made of a lump of foam board that I cut to shape and then covered with that sort of rustic string you buy in craft stores. I teased a lot of that out, glued it down, sealed it with PVA glue to give it a hay-like texture, which you will not be able to appreciate on the video, but I will post pictures of later on the Facebook page. I have a Facebook page. I will attempt to link to it somehow, perhaps in the do as I believe it's called. Right, the cart itself, yeah, entirely scratch build wood, even the wheels. I'm going to try and take one off to show you, because they are removable. I promise they're removable! There we go. This is the taking the wheel off tune. There we go. So, this was made by drilling holes with what is called a hole saw. Maybe I should have got one of those for the video. Anyway, so I got a flat piece of cheap wood. I drilled holes with a hole saw and got out the bits the hole saw makes that were appropriately wheel sized, and scored planks into them. Put little balsa wood strips over to make the sort of bracing planks. The little nails are made of little nails, and then I've got a strip of card that I put through a paper shredder to make the metal room for the wheel. And with no depth perception, let's see if I can put the wheel back on. I use it to make wheels. I made quite a few of these, and these are going to turn up in other projects as I go on. But yeah, they're really easy to make, and they look a lot nicer than other people's attempts at making wheels that I've seen over the years. That's my cart. This will be like a horse-drawn thing. I've got some sort of reclaimed horses from an old army that will be pulling these for now, but eventually I'll paint up some nice cart horses with proper harness and everything that will go on that. And I may well make larger carts, wagons, stagecoaches, hearses and so on to go along the roads of my fantasy campaign. This is approaching the 10-minute mark soon, but I think I'm just about finished. Yep. So, what do you think of my slight change in format? Is this better? Is this worse? If you comment, I might read the comments. It could happen. I'm aware this is very like Ashen's. Not least because I'm doing this on the sofa. You can't see it's my sofa, but that's the back of my sofa back there. And this is a board I've put on my sofa. Yeah, so that's the 9-minute mark we've just gone. And I think I've run out of things to say about the stuff I've got to hand. Yeah, I'm going to stop now before we reach 10. Goodbye.